Hey everyone, Jason Shepard here of MzeroA.com alongside world famous Uncle Larry, Dr. Diamond. I just want to fit everything in there, Larry. Doctor of Pharmacy, CFII. This guy knows third-class medical reform forwards and backwards here. Well, it's not called third-class medical reform anymore, Larry. It has a name. It's BasicMed. When we talked on the phone yesterday, you used the word revolutionary. Run me through, catch everyone up on what BasicMed is, and let's talk about some dates and some numbers, what we can and cannot do.
So BasicMed is really taken over for the third-class medical. Pilots who do not have to go and get their third-class medical if they meet the requirements of BasicMed. And that gets people back up into the air, saves the FAA tons and tons of millions of dollars for the whole flying aviation environment. And this is revolutionary.
Absolutely. We're saving money, we're making more pilots. It sounds like a win-win. So, Larry, what about the dates, though? What are the important dates? I hear this, if I had a medical by this date and this date, run me through and just recap the dates so everyone we can start checking boxes saying, does this apply to me? And if not, what do I need to do?
Perfect. Yeah, so July 15, 2006 is a date you need to know. So if you've had a medical and gotten a medical third class after July 15, 2006, then you're going to be good to go and just ready to start as a PIC as of May 1st, 2017. The second date you need to know is July 15, 2016, and that's where BasicMed came from. That's when it was passed. And then the last date you need to know is May 1st, 2017, 1 second after you are good to go. You don't need a third class medical as long as you meet the requirements.
That's awesome. So then let's talk about those requirements now. What do we actually need? We've been hearing so much, oh, you just fly with a driver's license. It's more than just a driver's license, though. Catch me up with that.
Yep. So you do need a valid driver's license. That is absolutely. You need to have seen a physician, number one, and being followed by the physician over the last 4 years. And you've never had any medical revoked, suspended, or taken away. You've been found eligible for a special issuance during that time too, and so that's always been a criteria, and people always worry about special issuance. If you've gotten it, then you're fine.
You're good.
And you're being followed by a physician. And that's really basically about it. And you've seen a physician in 4 years, but if you really don't need to see a physician, you're still good to go.
Right. Well, and then there's this big one too that you and I saw, and we really had no clue what they were talking about, this educational course. So I've done everything else, but now there's this course. Is this course, can I do this now, or what's the status on this?
Well, this is kind of like the biggest loophole that I've seen. I've read through all 77 pages of this act, and I said, I really have no clue. What I thought was going to happen is after May 1st, 2017, you would have a time period to get this done because you have to do it every 2 years. And so in that 24 months, they're saying you have to have a medical education course. I don't know who's doing it. I don't know who's putting it together. I don't know how to get onto it. It's for free, but still, I don't know what that happens. And so that's going to be a gray area. You're going to be grandfathered in for maybe the first 2 years and see what happens till they get it set up. But the law really doesn't stipulate how you're going to do that.
So we need to take a course. It doesn't exist yet, but we're going to have to do it probably by May 1st, it sounds like. We'll find out. I mean, and this is a time, too, to reach out to AOPA. I know for a fact AOPA is working on this, or said, like, we will take the bull by the horns and work on this course. So it's a tight timeline, but I imagine they champion this far. They're not going to let a little silly thing like that hold them up. So I know they're working many late nights on that. So that's great. We'll be watching for AOPA for that. But what can we do now, Larry? This is great. May 1st is here. What can we do as pilot in command now?
We can actually probably do more than what we've ever done before. And we can fly in an airplane that's up to 6,000 pounds. We can fly in an airplane that can carry 5 passengers. That's 6 people in there. We can fly VFR or IFR.
That's awesome.
We can do so many things and not have to have that third-class medical hanging over our head.
Right, so we can have, it's interesting too how you said it too, we can have, as you can see on the slide, what can't we do? We can have 6 seats, yet 5 passengers. I don't know what happened there. I'm not arguing either way. That's still plenty more than what we came from Sport Pilot. But some things that we can't do, Larry. What are some things we can't do? And there's a little loophole at the end we're going to talk about as well.
Well, the one thing we can't do is fly for compensation or hire. I know very few, at least flight instructors. They're not flight instructing, and really that comes out of the purview of this act because they're flying really as a PIC and teaching private pilot students. So, you know, as long as you're not going out and going down the Alaska pipeline and doing things like that where you're actually getting paid for it, you fall into this act, and you have no problems with that. But if you're going to get paid or for hire, then you can't use the BasicMed.
Right. No, I totally get it. So we can't fly for compensation or hire above 18,000 feet, more than 5 passengers like we spoke about, but flight instructors in that case, like you said, you're effectively, you take on a brand new student pilot, you are PIC. You're enacting that. And then as we move on, so flight instruction is in there where we can do that effectively without a third-class medical, as amazing as that sounds, for so many great flight instructors out there who've been sidelined to just doing ground instruction can now get back in the cockpit and share a lot of that great wisdom. So BasicMed to me sounds like a win. Larry, I imagine you agree with that?
I am just jumping for joy on this one.
That's awesome.
Finally.
Yeah, very exciting. Guys, myself, world famous Dr. Uncle Larry Diamond, will be watching the comments underneath this on YouTube, on Facebook, on MzeroA.com. We'll be watching it. So if you have questions, you want to reach out to Larry and just his wealth of knowledge, do so in the comment box down below this video. You know you get a response from one of us. Enjoy the rest of your day, and most importantly, remember, which they always remember, Larry?
A good pilot is always learning. See ya.
You sound just like me.
Yeah.